Right. So, welcome back everyone to session 2 of day 1. I hope you had a chance to get your cup of tea. Also, I hope that you're all in day 1, 26 March Talks session 2 channel. And I can see that everyone's already getting used to Slack. And do continue to post your questions in the appropriate thread that our volunteers are creating. Um, Once you post these questions, and again in this session, I will read out some of your questions to the speaker after the video is played. And the speakers will continue to take your questions on Slack in a text based discussion. All right, so since we are on a really tight timeline in this session, we'll get started right away. Our first speaker for the session is S. Balachandran, and he will be talking to us today about waterbird populations in the wetlands of Tamil Nadu. So, can we have his talk, please?
I welcome all the delegates of this symposium to my talk, The Major Findings of Long-Term Monitoring of Waterbirds in Tamil Nadu, which I have been doing all over India for the last 4 decades through the Bombay Natural History Society, and particularly Point Kalimar and Gulf of Mannar were the two wetlands I monitored more than 3 decades. I would like to present the results based on these two sites as well as some of the wetland survey carried out in other parts of Tamil Nadu. First, I'll start with the common species which are well known to many bird watchers, like that spot-billed duck, which occur in most of the inland wetlands, but they were seen in a small flocks up to 15, 20 like that during the 1980s. Nowadays, their numbers have gone up. It is interesting to mention that this is a migratory as well as locally breeding bird as well. And in some wetlands, I have seen up to 2000 near Tirunelveli. And then next one is a comb duck, which was used to be seen in a small numbers or a solitary individuals like in several wetlands. But nowadays, sometimes in a few wetlands, I have seen in more than 200. Same like that our lesser whistling duck also, which used to be uncommon in the southern Tamil Nadu. Now they were seen in thousands in several wetlands. Now we can go to some of the generalist species. We can tell like a common coot, which was earlier considered it as a this one, earlier considered only occurring up to Karnataka in 1980s, but now they are found all over Tamil Nadu and even up to Kanyakumari. There is also a like spotbill duck. It is also like a migratory as well as a local breeding species. Their numbers also increasing in sometime in Kanyakumari. Also, several wetlands support more than 2,000 individuals. Then little cormorant, which we know it is found all over India in all the wetlands, which found both coastal and inland wetlands. Even despite its widespread distribution, but in Point Kalimar they were rarely seen during that 1980s. With a few overflying birds nowadays, they have been observed in more than two, 3,000s like that, and also feeding in the wetlands. And also, they established a breeding colony in neighboring village of Point Kalimar Sanctuary. Then Classy IB is another typical example. It is like one like a range extension as well as we can to the population increase. That earlier, according to the literature, they were found only up to Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Now they are seen in Kanyakumari or in several thousand, particularly even in one salt pan, they used to come to roost during that dusk hours over 5,000. And the same was also true to Chilka Lake. We have been also monitoring for the more than 2 decades, where it was not recorded till 2008. Now their numbers are gone up to several thousand. And then the most affected species are the coastal migratory waders, particularly these three common species still smaller waders, little still curlew sandpiper. These two are the Arctic breeding waders, and the third one is the lesser sunflower. They were most abundant species during the 90s, 80s. We can tell about more than 200,000 individual of each species could be seen even Point Climber alone. But these two Arctic species, breeding species, shown a declining trend to very drastic declining trend till 2000. Now the numbers are little steadied up, but still the numbers are 50% less than the numbers recorded during the 1980s. The this lesser sunflower, which is not breeding in many parts of the world and including Arctic. But their numbers were almost stable. We can tell, or you can tell the numbers were the decline was not very prominent as that recorded in the other two small waders, but their numbers now in recent years also showing a very declining trend. Then I can talk about some of the waders which were abundant both in inland wetlands as well as the coastal wetlands, like rough, which was a general species which can only rough and blacktail, which are the two generalist waders which can occur both inland and coastal wetlands. Also, they also one of the two waders which feed on the paddy cranes, so that their numbers were generally not to decline, but in coastal wetlands they have shown a drastic decline. In Point Calimar, they were seen around over 50,000 for both the waders. Now their numbers are uh, less than 20,000, we can tell. And but interestingly, this black-tailed godwit is a near threatened species globally, but in India, still they are occurring in several thousand in several wetlands all over India. The pied owl is a specialized feeder, and which were actually seen in sometime up to 5,000 in Point Calimar during the northward passage, but their numbers never crossed 500 during the last two decades at Point Calimar. Then some of the species we can tell the decline was either prominent or the population which we can tell stable, like that, particularly the two Tringa species, sandpipers like Russian, Martian viper, and the green shank. Their numbers are not much decline, and interestingly, they are subarctic feeders, and still Point Calimar support some good number of this, maybe some up to 30, 40,000 this Martian viper during the the southward passage. The curlew, Eurasian curlew that decline or stabilizing in some places, subject to the site-wise. For example, in Gulf of Mannar, they have shown a drastic decline, but Point Calimar, some increasing trend, as well as now the population is less stable. And one interesting thing we have to note here is the the red listed species, that great knot, which was which is included under the endangered category, is increasing trend, showing not only in Point Calimar, in several wetlands, including the coastal, including the west coast like Kutch also. And then the Asian Dovcher, which was a rare wader too in east coast of India. Now they are found in west coast as well, and their numbers are now seen from a small party of up to 10, 15. Now they have gone up to a few hundred, sometimes 600 also. Mm, Another one example for range extension and declining trend is two ducks. One is a Eurasian pigeon, which is not, which is a stable population we can tell, but their range extension we can tell, but where they were common only up to the northern Tamil Nadu. Now they range extension up to Kanyakumari, and their numbers are also several thousand, even to Point Calimar, which was earlier very rare ducks during the 1980s. The common pochard, which was yeah, uncommon duck to Tamil Nadu, but which was recorded in several thousand, up to 50,000 during 2000, early 2000 in Chilka Lake, where I also do monitoring for the last 20 years. presently their numbers have gone down to a few hundreds. But interestingly, in Tamil Nadu, these species are actually extended their migratory range up to the Nanganeri wetland, which located between Kanyakumari and Tirunelveli. Okay, with that one, I conclude. But how our coastal wetlands are globally important, particularly the Point Kalimar, and even if you take that our Gulf of Mannar and that one, especially for some of the Arctic breeding birds like Bartel curlew, Great Knot, Eurasian curlew, Asian dovecur. Okay, then generally to conclude my talk, that generally all the coastal weather species are declining, with a few exceptions we discussed. Then local migratory duck species are showing increasing trend, and generalist species are also showing increasing trend. Arctic breeding waders are generally decreasing globally and nationally, and the coastal birds like terns and gulls are either stabilizing or increasing. With that, I conclude my talk. That thank you for your kind attention. I don't know how many minutes.
All right. Okay, so we are a bit over time now, but Bala, if you're online and you could unmute and turn on your video.
Yeah.
We'll take one question.
Okay.
Which Ghazala has posted. With respect to the Arctic shorebird, she asks, does the declining trend in southern India mirror global trends?
Yeah, globally it is declining, but what I wanted to tell is actually, though it is declined, as I mentioned, even in Point Kalimar also more than 50% decline, but it fluctuated between. But in recent years, the numbers are good, but Tamil Nadu is the best habitat for still these two Arctic breeding birds like little stint and curlew sandpiper. Otherwise, overall, all the Arctic breeding migrants are declining globally.
And as a follow-up, Pratik is asking, do you think increase in great knot and dovecur are due to population size increase or shifting?
No. Actually, globally they are declining, but maybe because that great knot share the common stopover site in LOC where it is got degraded, and actually in the East Asian Australasian flyway they are declining severely. But for that reason only, some of them have shifted their migratory pattern and they are moving westward, and so we are getting both in the East Coast and West Coast, but globally they are declining.
All right. Thank you so much, Balachandran. We'll continue to converse over Slack, but we have to move on to our next talk.
Okay.